Hello friends, welcome back in the channel of Clinical Care Insight. We started a series of lecture on reproductive system. Fine, and we discussed a lot. Okay, we discussed about the basic, you can say the introduction about the reproductive system both in the male and female. Fine, then we described the menstrual cycle in detail. We understood the oogenesis. Then we also studied about the spermatogenesis. Fine, and after the gamete form, then we seen that the destiny of egg is sperm and vice versa. Understood? Now, so we seen that after the fertilization there is a formation of zygote. Now we have to understand that what things happen in this zygote. Fine, what things occurring in this zygote which you can say form the one multicellular individual, one multicellular organism. What changes occur? Fine. So we will see all these things under this heading. So this is today's our lecture outline. We will first we'll try to understand about the implantation, and then we will study about the development of placenta. Understand? And then we also see some of the functions which is exhibited by this placenta. I hope you are all fine. Well, okay. So now, just quickly recap what we studied, what we understood from our previous lecture. We understood that the female have their own gamete called as egg, isn't it? And there is a male gamete, and that is called as a sperm. Fine. I should change the color of sperm. And through the gametogenesis process, write it down here. Through the gametogenesis, what happened? There will be a formation of gametes. Fine. Two types of gametes. In the case of females, there is a production of ova, or you can say the egg. Getting the points? Yeah. Now, in the case of male, what is formed? A sperm. Now, you are wise enough. You can tell me the fast. The process of formation of a sperm is known as It is known as spermatogenesis. Clear? No problem? Now, the formation of ova or egg is called as oogenesis. Getting the point? No problem? Easy to understand? Now what happened? Like we want to achieve our goals. Fine. These cells, the gamete cells, fine. The sexual cells, they also want to achieve their goal in life, and their goal is to meet with each other. To meet with each other. Now, once they meet, and this meeting is very specific. We term this meeting as a fertilization. Isn't it? And this meeting only happened during the specific time period, in a specific environment. Are you getting my points? Which we already discussed. Now, after the fusion of these two, you can say the gametes, there will be a formation of zygote. There is a formation of one zygote. Yeah? So, this egg and this sperm, that's a single cell structure. They will fuse and they form one you can say that diploid structure. These are the haploid. I am representing haploid as N. Fine? And now, after the fusion, they form the diploid structure. They form this is the male pronuclei, female pronuclei. Fine? And this whole structure is called as the zygote. No problem? Till here, any doubt? No? Now this zygote, after the fertilization, this zygote, is formed. Now what is the fate of this zygote? The fate is, it's undergo the successive, you can say the division and differentiation too. Write in the word, okay? This zygote is undergo cleavage. Fine? And in the cleavage, the two things is happening. The first foremost thing is division, cell division. Okay? Now, this zygote, they will change, they will change into one of the ball-like structure that is termed as a morula. Okay? That is termed as a morula. Now see here, this zygote, after the fertilization, okay? After the fertilization, it starts one process. We refer this process as a cleavage, a breakdown. Fine? Okay? And they form the one large structure where there is a division. Are you getting points? There is a division, the 8-cell structure. And this 8-cell structure, we refer this structure as a morula. Now, after this, okay, don't forget they have the genetic material. Fine. Okay, now, after the formation of morula, okay, this event, okay, this event is happening inside the female and reproductive environment. So I should draw the diagram in the female diagram to show you. Here is and so this is female reproductive tract. What is happening? The egg which is present here, it is released, okay, during the which phase of menstrual cycle? Ovulatory phase. Very good. It's a ovulation, a golden time period, a fertile time period during which the egg is released and they come into here, ampullary region. Fine. And after the intercourse, okay, you know that sperm, it suffers a lot, okay, it faces so many challenges and obstacles which we've seen in our previous lecture. Now, this sperm, they travel, okay, and they come into here, the ampullary isthmic junction. Okay, and if you talk about the site of fertilization, always remember it's the either isthmus, fine, and if the isthmus is not you can say present in your MCQ option, then what will you do? Then go with the nearest answer. That's your ampullary isthmic junction. Now here the fertilization happens. There will be a formation of zygote. Fine. Now this zygote, they form the morula, the 8-cell structure. Fine. This morula divide, and they become one large structure. Okay, and this large structure, they are called as a tell me, this large structure, they are called as a blastocyst. Okay, the 64th cell. Now you are surprised. Okay, make how much division you can make here, and you can say that if you talked about the number of cells, how many numbers of cells now it's having? It's having now the 64 cells. From the 8-cell structure, from the 2 cell, this is a zygote. Okay, now it's become the 4 cell. Okay, then it's become the 8 cell, 16 cell. Okay, then 64 cells. Now you are seeing this type of, you can say the progression, what you called it? It is called as the arithmetic progression. I'm wrong. It's called as a geometrical progression. It's called as the geometrical progression. Once 2 cells divide into 4, 4 into 8, 8 into 16, 16 into 64. Now, after it divide means this modula, they change into one distinct structure that is referred as a blastula. Blastula. Are you getting my points? Yeah. This blastula, it will differentiate into the 2 layers. Fine. I'm showing you this 2 layer. The one layer lies, okay, you can say internally, and this layer is referred as the inner cell mass. Inner cell mass, okay, and also known as embryoblast. Now, and then will be one outer layer, a wavy layer. Fine. This outer layer is referred as, very good, it's called as the trophoblast. Trophoblast. Are you getting my points? Yeah, this is called as the trophoblast. Now, what is the function of this division? The first thing is zygote have to divide in order to develop a one multicellular structure. It have to be divided. Yeah. So it started, you can say, their life. After the fertilization, there will be a formation of zygote. That's a 2-cell structure, okay? They undergo successive cleavage. They form one 8 structure referred as the modula. The 64 structure, 64 cell containing structure, and that is referred as the blastula. Till here, you have any doubt? No? Shall we move ahead? Fine. Now, the one thing which you have to keep in your mind is that in the 64 cell stage, that is called as the blastocyst, or you can say the blastula. It is the structure which are going to implant here, or you can say this is the one layer which are going to make harmonious relationship with the endometrium lining of uterus, and later on in this lecture you will see that this 64 structure that we refer as a blastula, it will you can say make a strong relationship with the endometrium by the formation of placenta. And the process is called as the plantation. Now, this 64 cell that is referred as the blastula or blastocyst, it got attached with the endometrium, and this process of attachment is referred as the implantation. Am I clear? It's referred as a implantation. Now you may thinking that okay, fertilization happened, but after how much day this implantation is happening? Remember, it's happening after 1 week of fertilization. After 1 week of fertilization, this blastocyst get attached here. This process is referred as a implantation. Understood? No problem.